Alright, my fellow Davarians. Apparently today I've been banned. Put down the guillotine on my head. I guess they don't want me to be speaking any longer. So I was trying to share a little post that I saw. You know, my friend Brian finally shared it from and I tried to share it. He said something went wrong and he would not allow me to share. So finally I made a copy of it, took a picture of it, and I went to the COVID-19 and when I tried to reach it, it gave me the message that my account has been restricted until, I'll show you in a minute what I'm talking about. Alright, so then I told Brian to give that message to the group, but he was able to share what I put in I'm able to post the picture in my personal account. But now that I went there to try to do a video in my own personal account, it's not letting me do that. I'm going to show you in a minute what it's showing me. So it seems like it doesn't let me post anything in my own personal account either, so I cannot go live. You know, and this, most of all is happening now. Today I came up with some champion of an idea for the Torah that just destroys not only Facebook, but destroys all creeds and beliefs. Very powerful that he came up with this. January 15, mark that day, my friends. This is the day of the liberation of the Davar. To me, the great day of independence for the Davar. Because God gave me the nitty-gritty of the Torah, of the message. You know, that's going to devastate every Davar wannabe that men have been trying to build up on their own, you know, since the fall of Adam and Eve. Because this was totally the Davar. This is the purpose of my existence. And it's of all, when I came with this understanding that this is happening, right? This is being banned. So I'm trying to do this right now from the comfort of my room. You know, I have a background of a bookstore now, of a library, because this is really a book burning. You know, the whole idea of burning the books, people don't want you to get knowledge. Okay, that's why I chose this background. Because in the knowledge of things, in the papyrus solutions, you know, that's where the solutions can be found. So that's why we come at this hour right now. So I'm being banned as of today. I'm telling that I can go back onto January 23, you know, at 3:14 a.m. That's until the ban is going to be lifted. Now, I wrote something to them, you know, which I'm going to share with you, what I wrote as a reply because I didn't like what it's saying. So I'll share that with you. And also I'm going to share the idea of what God gave me for today. You know, I have written here in front of me. And I want to share with you. And but this is what's going on. I'm going to put it in YouTube because I know I can still publish things in YouTube. And if they don't let me link it to my page or to the COVID, I know I can link it to the COVID-19-MAN, but if they don't let me link it to my page, I'm going to ask some of you, like Andy O'Brien or Brianna Duran, some of you, I'm going to send the link, you know, from YouTube to your messenger, and you can share it in the COVID-19-MAN. Share the link of what I'm taping, because it's being taped for YouTube right now. So this is what's going to happen, but this is what's going down right now. So I'm hitting a nerve. But I think of all things, that the thought that God gave me today is powerful enough so I can understand, because I wrote here that, you know, the truth or the true inoculation from the COVID-19-MAN is all you need. You know, like everybody wants to give you your vaccine to cure you, but I'm here to give you the vaccine that your soul needs to develop a healthy Davar, a healthy body of expression, of confession that delivers the best usefulness of the Davar in the world, because that's the only thing that's messing the world. That we all take the bars that are very deficient. They're not the bars that are proven to the test of time like the Torah has. That's the bar that has taken a society like this, less than 1% of the people, like the Jews, through all areas of the world and still retain them. That's the bar that has proven itself. And that's what I'm about to share with you right now. I'll get to you in a minute with that. But let me share this thing that is showing. So when I went to click on live, this is the message that it gave me. Let me take you to my other library scene here, because we're protesting against people book burning. So I'm using library backgrounds. I'll take you to this one here. Let's see. Yeah. So this is the other one. Okay, so here we have it. So this is what happened when I shared this thing. He went to this part here. Okay, oops, all right. So it took me back again. Let me see if I'm going to allow me to do. Okay, So this is when I went back. Okay. Yeah, Jimmy's wondering what's going on. Okay. But you see, when I hit live, you'll see what happened. I want to hit live right now because right now, I'm in my house right now. It's 6:56 p.m. I'm doing this right now. It's Friday, January 15. Okay. But once you get it, you share with everybody because the truth needs to be known now, especially that now the Torah is about to be exalted above all the Davars there are. So this was given to me today. This is powerful stuff. But let me see. So I go here. You can see my arrow. So I'm going to press live, right, and see what happens. Something went wrong. Sorry, something went wrong. Please try again later. Okay. So I press OK, and it tells me this. Your account is restricted right now. Okay. You are temporarily restricted. I'm trying to read my monitor here. You are temporarily restricted from doing things like posting or commenting on groups, pages, or events until January 23rd at 3:14 a.m. If you think this doesn't go against our community standards, click here. So I did this. I did the clicking here, and it took me to this page here, and I'm going to show you. So this is the next page that it took me to, to write about, to help us, to help keep Facebook safe. We sometimes block certain content and actions. Please let us know while we are unable. Please let us know. It says, let me see what else it says here. Let me show you here. Let me make sure I'm reading everything for you guys. Okay. All right. Okay. Just allow me that. Okay. It says, please let us know. Let me see if it allows me to see this part here. Okay. Oh, here we go. So you can't see the whole thing in there, but it says, so in any case, but I want to read to you what I put in the comment area because I commented on this, okay? And this is the part that is in here. Let me take you inside of this box. I put my comment in there. And the way I wrote it, I wrote to them this thing that says, what gives Facebook the audacity, okay, to think they own the enforcement of the word, quote unquote, safe, to regulate what any human being has to say? Okay, then I put here, let me go carefully by this. He just speaks too fast to me. Let me just put it this way. Okay. What gives Facebook the audacity, like also with this, to think they own the enforcement of the word safe to regulate what any human being has to say? Then the hallmark of progress in any society is the ability to present ideas in an open forum, allowing the idea that holds more weight to be established as the one that is more universally beneficial to all. But if any new ideas come, nothing should ever be censored because a new idea may offer something better that was omitted by the one which was previously upheld. Okay, this is the true path of progress, and it should never be hindered, especially, it says, not for the sake of feeling sorry for those who lack the ability to use their intellect to contribute with some sound teaching and advice. Then I put here to build up a nation. It says, teaching or advice. Period. To build up a nation, the sages and erudite, these are smart people, should never. Yes. That's too fast. To build up a nation, the sages and erudites, should never be hindered from doing intellectual battle, for it is the idea that wins in the battleground of notions and beliefs that averts the bloodshed from the kinetic warfare. Okay, that's going out to battle in the battlefield. From the kinetic warfare, it says, so for the sake of common sense, stop interfering in the true progress of humanity and end your pernicious practices of banning anyone. My free thoughts merit to be heard just like anybody else's. So that's the comment that I put in here. And I'm going to be saving it right here so I can put it something in my documents that I do for documentation later on. This is the comment I answer them. So I'm going to copy and I'll paste it later on. But this is what's going on here. So I'm done with that. So I'm going to send this. Give me a second. So I'm going to press the button to send it. So I'm sending this thing. Okay, I hope I press send it and it's not taking it. So what? They're not gonna take it? What bunch of chicken, man! I hope they took it. I send it. Press the send button here. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. In any case, let me take it out of here. Yeah, right. Let me remove this thing here. Take it back to the corner here. All right. So I click on send it. I hope they get it. In any case, they have to give you ideas. So that's what I'm all about. Give me your ideas. So this is what's going down, right? So on top of this, so this is the situation right now. So I give him my idea, give him a peace of mind, and this is what's going on. But let me share to you, all right? This stuff that I came up with, which I think is very, very good to know, because this is something I was thinking today. At the end of the day, I was preparing to give the message for tonight on this, but it says here, the way it says, the true inoculation, which is injection, from the COVID-19-MAN is all you need, then I wrote here, to cure the morbid condition of your soul and our soul, to denigrate, degenerate, or corrupt the Davar. Because it's on Davar, as I told you, Davar is the word. And when God gives the word means the administration of an economy. That's the Alef-Beth, administration of an economy, or administration of the house of rules. That's just one of the letters. The door to the building of rules, DBR, Alef-Beth. Okay, but it's the administration of an economy. All right, so it's the gate and all of that. So I already explained that. So every word that is a complete wholesome word is an economy. A car that is wholesome is a car manufacturing company. A TV word that is wholesome is a TV manufacturing company. A computer word that is wholesome, is a okay. Let me look at you guys. A computer word that is wholesome is, a TV manufacturing company. It's an economy. You can make business with it. You can hire people, and it has manuals. It has a little Torah. Training, orderly, regulating all hirelings. So it has everything set up in the setup of the Powerhouse solution, what I call the Torah. All right, so they have that stuff already. Okay, so, but everything is deficient compared to real Torah, because the Torah is for the Alef-Bet, the Father, okay, to be dwelling in us and expressing all the way that he feels, the way he takes care of his creation that he has made. He made everything as delicate and self-sufficient and self-replicating, because we were going to be consumed with his mindset as he lived in that intimacy with us, as we follow the 613 volts or mitzvot, that I call it, to connect to his mindset, and that's the greatest economy. Now that Torah is being kept by less than 1% of the people, because the Jewish people comprise a very small, and they have gone through all kinds through millennia now, millennia after millennia, thousands of years after 1,000 years, they've gone through all parts of the earth, and they're still around. and they have managed after all this time in 1948 to go back to their land. That never happens to any civilization or any group that gets sent to the diaspora, they spread out into the world. That's something that never happens to them. But what he has proven is that the Torah that they have, the Davar original, passes the test of time. Because most people that come with an economy, a word that is wholesome, that might be good for a couple of centuries. A company may last for a couple of centuries, a product may last, but then something else comes along, and that thing is history. Nobody knows about it anymore. But Torah has never gone to history. It's still around, working behind the scenes, working history, as it were. This 1% of the Jewish people, less than 1% of they have contributed more as a way of scholarship, as a way of Nobel Prize winners, from this small group, because they're people of the book. You understand? So if you have that advantage, the rest of the people, so that's why I acquired the CEOs.com domain since 2003, 17. Now it's going to be 18 years this year, but 17 years ago, 2003, I acquired that the CEOs.com and CFOs.com because I realized they are less than 1% of the population, but they hire about the other 90% of the people in the world. So to me, the CFOs, I consider the CFOs the messages from the scriptures that allow me to see the world in the mindset of God. So in the honor of that, I acquired that domain. But I know how to use it now, especially as of today. But in any case, so that was saying that I have the inoculation, the injection that you need, that is going to be injected, through this cloud technology, of what we are allowed to participate. As I send the message, that's the only means that I have to use the cloud technology. But let me read to you, what I wrote here. It says, the Alef-Beth. If this works, I'm gonna put it in a nice print and make another thing, put it on YouTube and share it that way, because that's the only way I can share it right now. It says the alphabet, the Alef-Beth is given for the sake of taking care of the Davar. The alphabet is given for the sake of taking care of the word. Is that something that we agree? Everybody agrees that. You learn the alphabet because you're going to take care of a wholesome word. You're going to go finally graduate and have some degree or something so that you can take care of a wholesome word in somebody's business or whatever it is that they run, service or whatever it is. But that's what you learn. So you learn the alphabet basically for that, okay? So I'm just saying a statement a factual statement that nobody can deny. The Alef-Beth, and the nice thing is that in the Hebrew, Ab, which every country uses that, which is just amazing how God made it so that we had something in common. He made sure that everybody knew the word alphabet, so when the time he came to reveal himself and how he does it, people were already being lined up with that. So all schools have taught the alphabet. A lot of them, without knowing the alphabet, means Father, okay? And so never entering into the mindset of the Heavenly Father, but having to just do the things mechanically outside for the external body. So I put here, the alphabet is given for the sake of taking care of the Davar or the word. Okay, that's the first statement here. Now, the next one that follows is this. The purpose for you to get to know the alphabet, which is the Father, right? The purpose for you to get to know the alphabet, the strong tower of the Father, is so you can get the Davar, the word, to do the best possible employment in the here and now. And that's what people use. They use the alphabet to create a product or service that ends up being an economy that hires people and allows people to function in this society and has some meaningful purpose in their life for the little time being that they get to exist here. They're 60, 80, 90, or up to 120 years, if they take care of themselves. That's what occupies man. A little dabar that somebody came up with, and they are engaged in that. Okay? But that dabar may not last that long. That little manufacturing company, that word, that is an administration of some economy or business, may last for a certain time. Right now, it seems like all of them are failing. All the dabar for businesses are failing. Businesses are going under, because this is the time that God is testing all the dabars, whether for religion, whether for businesses or anything, and they seem to just be caving under. They can't keep up with this little 40 nanometer virus, so-called, and they all are everybody's under the shaking in their boots, because People are, losing their business, the little bar that they had going for themselves, the little economy that they had trusted for themselves. So everything is being tested that is not fit to sustain humanity, because God is bringing that to bear against the Torah. The Torah that reveals his character, that's still unharmed by this situation. If you want to know the character of your Maker and the character of Alef-Bet, the attitude of the Father, that's your economy, that has not been touched by this one bit. Because as a matter of fact, the alphabet in the papyrus solution in the Torah is what runs everything. Okay, so here I go. So I want to repeat that again. So the purpose to get to know the Father, because to know the alphabet, it means you are knowing the Father of words, the Father of all the bars. The purpose for you to get to know the alphabet is so you can get the word to do the best possible employment in the here and now. Okay? And what's the number one thing that is needed for you to be able to serve the alphabet? And that has been proven over and over again throughout millennia. Not just for the Torah, but for every business that sells anything or does any service out there in the world. What's the one thing that is needed for the alphabet to be able to employ the Davar to do this best employment here? Only one thing is needed. It's not that the people resurrect. It's not that the people get healed. It's not that they have a better situation. It's so that they could hear. Just pay attention to the manual. Shema Yisrael. If you're going to be a leader with God, because that was Israel means, if you're going to be a leader with the word that's guiding you, you just got to listen. Thou hast prepared my ears. Sacrifice you have never wanted. Only he needs to pay attention, and then an economy will flow out of you. A word will come out of you to do service. The character of God will be revealed to do his service of revealing his personality. Away with anything else that does not present the Torah in the fullness of its definition. The alphabet is the one ruling everything. Okay, you understand? So then he wipes out every unnecessary religion that thinks in the here and that is not based for living the life in the here and now. The Torah is about the alphabet, and how about you to do the best for the Davar, to build it up here, to do the best employment for mankind in the here and now, because God made this earth to be his dwelling place, and he is the alphabet. You understand? This is amazing, people. Well, you understand that everything else goes to nothing. And that's what the revelation came down to. They're so strong, that I was thinking, whoo, I hope I don't get banned. That's exactly the thought I had. This is so hard, I hope I don't get banned. And guess what? I got banned today. When I was trying to share an innocent little thing. So I said, oh, it's happening. So this thing is hot. They don't want this to go out. But this thing is going to wipe out everybody. Everybody is Davar, because that's what this moment is showing. That your Davar, whatever your Davar is has failed. It's not able to deliver. So that's why it comes to the purpose. To get to know the alphabet is so you can get the Davar to do the best possible employment or functionality in the here and now. And so every business uses it for that way. Every university, every school, everybody that forms constitution, that's what they're trying to do with the alphabet. They're trying to form a word, a solid economy, a solid administration of an economy, a solid administration of a nation, a solid administration of a city, a solid administration of a business or a building. Everything that will bring something of a solidity and firm, like the rock of Gibraltar, something that will be firm and established. And some try their best, some last for a little while, but the Davar is tested. And this is the final test for the Davar of mankind, because God is about fed up with the way that we have managed the Davar for a long time. We have managed in our own little retarded ways, and we have created retarded gardens, So he's about to just bring everything back to the order that he wants it to be. So it's not that things are going to change. It's not that we're going to abandon all this retarded garden. It's just that we are not going to make this retarded garden be the one riding on top of us. We're not going to get this mule ride. We're going to ride this mule. Okay? This mule is going to serve us. And we're not going to feel like any lesser because we don't have certain things from the mule. The whole mule, I'm talking about the man-powered, upheld, lame economies. Everything that has to do with the retarded garden that cannot duplicate or replicate itself like the organic garden does. So that's a mule. because a mule cannot procreate. That's what I call the whole industries, the whole abodasara, the foreign service to God. That people have been caught up. That's what it's called. I call it a mule. And I'm teaching you with the Torah, you can ride the mule. Because it's in this mule that everybody's feeling, threatened. They feel that, I'm going to lose this out. Everything from the mule should not interfere with who you are, as a wordetric plan, as a power plant in the power source of the Alef-Bet. That should not affect you one bit. Okay? So when you get to the Torah, you write this industry, the materialistic undertakings leading everyone. That's another way of looking at the mule. The materialistic undertakings leading everyone. Everything that we do from the ground up in here. And we hold high. So we make them, and then we depend on the work of our hands. How stupid have we become? Just because you don't align with the mindset of the Alef-Bet, the mindset of the Father. Okay, but this is good news, my friend. This is being delivered in the day, even though it's being banned, but I'm doing this, and I'm sharing it right now, and I'm going to do it through YouTube until they ban me from there too. We'll see what's going to happen, but things are getting good. This is the 14-day interval. And so there's battle here with with the darkness. The clipot is fighting not to be turned up. The clipot is the peel. The peel has to be turned on, and God is about to turn off the peel right now, because this understanding is going to make everybody just disrespect the mule for what it thinks it is. And we're going to ride the mule, all of us. I've been riding it, way long ago, because since 2008, since I've been working at home, I do not comply with the things that society tells me that I need to have. I don't have life insurance. I don't have health insurance. I don't have any of these insurances that are based upon the insurance that the world provides. I only have Davar insurance. And that's all the insurance that God is concerned with. If you have the best way to take care of the best employment of the word that is in you, God makes sure that everything is provided for you. And He has provided everything I need. So I don't go by any of the things, the standards of the world upholds dear, because all those are the works of man. I just trust in being the best, word builder. That's another thing. I was sharing that. I was sharing that yesterday. Remember, those of you guys that went to pilgrims, we had the thing, the word building. Word building. That's exactly what we are. We are here to be word builders, because that's what the Alef-Bet is. The Alef-Bet, that the Father is a word builder, a holder and a maintainer and sustainer of the word, of the Torah especially. Okay? But the idea of getting your greatness from the things you acquire from the mule is not going to be upheld anymore. The perception is switched. It has changed. Okay? God is calling the people back to the attitude of the Father of words, so that everything will be subservient to us. The Alef-Bet, the power source, will be the highest thing. We, the power plant, will be next. And everything else that comes from the manpower that we get because we're wordetric, that will be underneath us. We'll be riding those things. As I've been riding, now you're going to join me. The least of them will be like David, it says in the Bible. And that's exactly what's about to happen. All right, so I'm going to teach you how to ride the mule. The right way, the way the scripture is. So this is the whole idea. So this is the whole thing that's coming down, my friends. Says, yes. So I'm going to read it one more time, because this is good stuff. The purpose of you to get to know the Alef-Bet is so you can get the word or the Davar to do the best possible employment of functionality in the here and now. It's being done all the time, but people have, obviously it's everything is done in plain sight. God is doing everything in plain sight. He has never stopped being faithful to the way that the word has to be taken care of. We are forced to enter into it because that's the pathway of the word. That's the pathway. That's the derek, the way of dealing with the word. And even the wicked. That's why even the wicked day is done to honor the ways of God, because they have to do it in the process of following the word that way. Okay? And so then after that I wrote, and in the Davar of the papyrus solution, that's the Torah, and in the Davar of papyrus solution, the best possible employment has already been showcased. As it has clearly been, as it has clearly been proven by humanity, that is with the Jews, the Jewish people. uh, uh, with their prop. Okay, with the sorry. Let me repeat again. And in the Davar of the papyrus solution, and in the word of the papyrus solution of the Torah, the best possible employment, for the use of the Davar has already been showcased. As this is proven, by humanity that being preserved, not in the Jewish, because those are the culture has been preserved with all their beliefs so far, even though they've done battle with every religion, really. They tried to wipe them out. But the Torah is still the guide behind everything. It says, so there's done, and with his lessons, so with the Torah and his lessons. So, and it says, and so they've been able to survive no matter what adverse set of circumstances they had to endure. So, so the Torah then it has proven itself that is a Davar that can be trusted. It had passed the test of time. It has upheld humanity in this little Jewish group that they're supposed to become the light unto the nations, the light of the Goyim. That's their assignment. And the Kohim did not own anything. The Kohim, the priest, they only own the Torah, which was the Lord, because your only inheritance is the Lord. And then they were to spread themselves in all the camps of all the other nations, so that there will be priests in there. So that's why they've gone to all the other nations. They can be priests, intermediaries, brokers in between the Torah and the people if they wanted to get understanding of God. But now the best understanding is going to come for them, because the true light was being given to them. The Torah is the true light of creation. Okay, and it has passed the test of time. Okay, so all the Davars, everybody's words for their economies, the movie industries, everything have come to a halt. It can't seem to continue. Everything has an interruption. Like somebody hit the button and everything got interrupted, except the Torah, except the light of heaven, except the light of the Alef-Bet is still running everything behind the scenes. The Red Sea parting, the opening of the scroll, the opening of the Torah brings us to this understanding. And so it was the papyrus solution that delivered them. The opening of the Red Sea, that's the papyrus solution that delivered them. That was the salvation. Behold the salvation. Behold the completeness. And that's what's going to completeness now, this hour. The papyrus solution still reigns above all things. And all that is needed is Shema, is to listen, to pay attention, and to pay attention to the right Davar that has passed the test of time. So that will be the one above, and all the little Davars that you serve, because in that day we will serve our God and the other people will serve their God. It says that. Because you have your little businesses, you have your little bosses, your governing operation director. So you're going to go to them and you're going to do the best job because you have the real Davar, to project. And you are the manpower for any company that you're working with. And you are the maker and the producer of it because you have the manual. Therefore you own it. With the Alef-Bet, whatever you make with your hands is what is yours. But when you have the knowledge of things like God, you don't keep the things. You share it with everybody that doesn't have as much knowledge as you. So that's why everything is to be given away. That's why at work, everything that you do is not for you to take it home. It's for somebody else that doesn't have that knowledge to enjoy it, or the external. So you have to learn as a taker to enjoy something and then say, man, I should become a maker, not a producer. Because one thing leads to the other. Okay, so the whole setup in there is for tzedakah, for love, for charity. Everything is set up already, And so that's the whole thing that we come down to, So I'm going to be sharing more thoroughly on this stuff. I'm going to be writing it and putting it up here on the screen. Hopefully do some of these tomorrow. But this is what I'm sharing for today, all right? So this is what we have. Okay, so I hope you get to enjoy it. But that's what we're doing here with Hadabarim, And so I may not be able to share it live right now, but I'm going to be recording. Okay, so I guess if I'm off of the 23rd, I'm not going to be able to do the Watch and Win live on next Wednesday, because that's going to be the 20th. The 23rd is going to be until Saturday, I believe. So in any event, we'll hold it. We'll give double prices, the week that follows when I'm allowed to go back in. Or I'm going to see if I can somehow go live on YouTube I haven't done lives on YouTube. I'm gonna figure that out, and we can do something in YouTube as well. Okay, but I'll let you know. So this is all for now. Let me just close with a little commercial here for HDTV 28, the Hadabarim, Torah volts 613. Put a little commercial for that. Then I'll close. All right, let me see.